It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Kristi Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
I need to talk to Kristi on a personal note here
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. You're coming to my house to pick up a couple pieces of furniture?
Yeah, later today.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the furniture on the front porch.
Okay.
And for two reasons.
Well, you don't want me in your house.
No. First reason is I don't want you in my house. Right. The second reason is this is funnier than me actually. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Have some wine. That's not any good.
Yeah.
That's no good at all. So you and what is Barney or whatever?
A crowd of people.
Are you kidding me?
Everyone wants to see your home.
See, I was kind of joking about this before you said that. I'm not going to be there.
Where are you going to go? But you don't go anywhere. What are you going to do?
I'll
drive around?
Yeah, maybe so. And use my camera when I see the furniture gone. I'll go home.
This is a good time for me to tell you, Chick.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be home today. So if you're driving around and you want to come over to your buddy Josh's, I won't be there.
I don't believe you. I think you're fibbing, so I won't come see you.
Wait, isn't that what you're doing with Kristi?
Oh, yes.
You know, Tom, he leaves the house when the housekeeper comes.
That's true.
So do I. I hate that.
I think everybody does.
Didn't you say some heroes sit in the parking lot of the grocery store for an extra 30 minutes?
That's right. Those are American heroes.
What?
Those are people who are too childish to interact with anyone else in the world. They sit in Kroger parking lot waiting till they leave their house.
So this lady comes over to clean your house.
Yes.
You leave.
Yeah. No, I don't. She arrives while I'm here, actually, and then she leaves before I go.
Why don't you just stay here till you go home?
I have errands to run.
Are you kidding? And break his record of being out of the building at 10:02? The streak?
You know, have you ever, instead of saying how early and fast, we all leave, by the way, have you ever sat down and thought, gee, I wonder why they don't want to hang with me?
Or why?
Oh, no, I'm not going to speak to you when I get off the air. I'm busy.
Why don't you go home?
Why don't you go home?
Ever.
I go home all the time.
You know why? You know why? I know. We all know. You're in charge here.
Yeah.
You're not in charge at home. You're a damn far side away from not being in charge, pal.
I'm in seventh place at home.
I was just going to say you might be.
I have two dogs that have more to say about my home than I do. Not to mention a woman and a couple of kids, sometimes as many as 5 to 6 possibly.
You're so close to getting yourself in trouble. Keep talking.
We have our new feature,
What is
Have
it?
You Ever Seen? In which you send us stories of things you've seen.
Have you ever?
Perhaps we haven't seen. Here's a real quick one to give you an idea of how this works. And I violated the rule. Please, no deaths or serious injuries. No more than 10 stitches.
Okay.
Have you ever seen your older brother fry up a Gainsburger? That's a dog food. And feed it to you telling you it's a hamburger.
Oh, no. Wow.
Thank you, Scott S.
Wow, Gainsburgers. My dog Babette used to get those. I remember those now.
Do they still make those?
I don't think so. Wow, I have not heard that.
They were the size of a hamburger, a little thicker.
But he actually.
And you broke it. Well, we broke ours up for Babette.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Josh, I have a question for you. Me and my brothers, all in our late 20s, early 30s, we still mess with each other a lot. Does that ever go away?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
no.
good. I'm
No.
excited for that, man. That seems fun.
It gets more fun, I think.
I was telling the true story. I have two brothers and two older brothers and an older sister, and my sister listens. She's probably listening right now. Hi, Jan. She lives in England. She listens on the internet, and yesterday I told the true story, and I'll expand on it just a little bit, Janny, because she was wondering which bathroom it was at the house. It was my mom and dad's bathroom, the one that had the gray tile, and the only stand-up shower in the house, so I was in there all the time. Once again, a shower bathtub should be illegal. Countless deaths every year.
Countless! They don't have any figures.
Countless. More than COVID. Yeah. Old folks and young folks tripping in showers made of bathtubs. John was sitting in the toilet. And I don't know what possessed me to do this. I was probably,
I got a couple guesses.
Probably 12 or something. He was sitting in the toilet doing what one does in the smallest room in the house. And I walked in, and I urinated between his legs. By the time I got the tools out to do so, and he couldn't move. He's trapped there. And then, of course, all the while, as much as I was enjoying him being trapped, I knew that the pounding was coming soon. So there you go.
Wait a minute. I never thought about, was he making a major transaction?
Yeah, he was sitting down.
Oh! God.
But you understand he couldn't push me or shove me because then he'd get pee all over himself.
Tom, every time you tell that story, I wonder, why don't you go? You like to go outside? You like
Yeah,
to
I
go
know.
sinks? Why didn't you?
He's messing with his brother.
Oh, I could have gone down the hall to my bathroom, but
Just funny to do this.
it's just
Oh, you're being funny. Okay.
this is what brother. You don't have any brothers?
No.
You know, that's what brothers do, right? Am I right, Josh?
Yeah. Last summer,
Once again, these are all adults.
yes, my brother John, he went up to the lake house for whatever reason, and we were all down on the dock, and he thought it would be funny to come out on the deck up at the lake house naked. And I just heard him like making some kind of noise, like woo, woo, like he's trying to get our attention. I look up, he's standing there completely naked.
Yeah.
Only one of his daughters and I see him, and we're laughing. And then we see that he kind of looked to the left, got scared, and ran off in back of the house. I looked over, strangers all over the dock next to us.
Families, maybe?
Total family.
Right now, it's my understanding that we have a very special moment on the show. It needs no introduction, as far as I know, and here it is.
Well, I believe I do need an introduction. Fine seeing you all this morning. I am, of course, Grover Emerson Thorne.
Oh, well, hello.
A fine Southern gentleman. Here among you, Reno Collier, fine to see you. I know you're a fine Southern gent.
A lot of fine.
But that's because the world itself is fine, Tom.
Thank you. What was your name again?
Grover Emerson Thorne, of course.
Thorne?
Yes.
Grover, okay.
Yeah, like in your side.
It's a hot one today. That's right. Very good, Kristi. Sweltering out here on the porch. I thought I would regale you with a tale from here down south. An old man, you see, sitting on his front porch, notices a neighbor boy walking by with bottles. Just many glass bottles. He asks, "Where you going with those bottles, son?" Boy says, "This is Gatorade. I'm going gator hunting."
Oh.
The old man says, "Well, son, you can't gator hunt with no Gatorade." The boy walks by a little later, and by golly, if he ain't dragging 2 big gators.
Oh.
Next day, old man on the porch again sees the boy walking by with rolls of tape. Sticky adhesive for applying to things. The old man asks, "Where you going with that tape, son?" Boy says, "Well, this is duct tape. I'm a-going a duck hunting."
I see a trend.
The old man says, "Well, you clearly misunderstood. Yeah, many things, the most of which you can't go duck hunting with duct tape." Later, the boy walks by, a whole bushel of ducks in his hand.
Oh, my gosh.
Many. Oh, a group of ducks is known as a bushel down here.
Bushel of ducks.
Well, that next day, boy walks by with a bunch of sticks in his hand. Old man says, "Where are you going, son, with those sticks?" Boy says, "These are pussy willows." The old man says, "Hold on, I'll get my jacket."
Thank you very much.
Thank you kindly for
Grover
allowing me to amuse
Emerson Thorne.
Yes, thank you,
y'all
Grover.
with a fine
call you
Southern tale.
Very nice. Reno, your thoughts?
I'm confused, man.
Folks.
I thought it was great.
Happy day to you all.
That voice, I don't know. It's Civil War-ish, and I know you guys make fun of my beard and stuff and say I look like I left a reenactment, but I liked it. I thought it was good.
Thank you very much.
The more I'm thinking about it, I kind of dig
America's
it.
Got Talent? What are we doing? American Idol?
Well, that did sound like that, Kristi. I find Josh to be entertaining.
Yes.
In a look at him in the aquarium kind
Well,
of way.
I'm glad you found me entertaining, but I mean, that was all Grover.
Oh, that was Grover, yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
I mean, 60% of the time there was a Southern accent.
No. Not like 100% when Doc Whiskey never faltered.
No,
It was
we're
wonderful.
talking legend.
I think last time Doc Whiskey was here, he turned Jamaican halfway through.
Yeah, I think he did.
Possible. Once again, we're getting letters from you, and it's have you ever seen? You ever seen a guy at a bowling tournament in Iowa 3 days after his teeth had been removed and his dentures were installed?
No.
Well, the swelling had gone down, and I was turning back from throwing my ball for a strike, by the way, and I went, yes! That's when my uppers came flying out of my mouth in front of a packed house. My nickname in the team is now Teeth.
Teeth.
Teeth. My man. I was getting home from work, writes Rick, and I saw all of our kids were playing down at the neighbor's house. I thought, all right, sexy time. Parked my car, took my clothes off in the garage, and walked in the living room. And my wife was talking to our other neighbor. Yeah! That's a classic. We're asking you to send us your stories, true stories from life, things that may have happened to you, maybe with your brothers, your friends. Here's a good one.
Okay.
The category is have you ever seen? Ever seen your parents build a fire for us to warm our ice-cold hands while sledding? The fire was built near the bottom of the hill. That's when my cousin sledded down and sledded right through the fire, singeing off her eyebrows and her bangs.
Oh, my goodness.
I want to keep that fire away from the place they go to. I'm sorry. I'm back to Kristi Lee at the news desk.
5 gold bars that were stolen from a 1746 shipwreck have been returned.
5 golden bars.
They've been returned to France,
I
according to
don't
CNN.
like this. I don't like these stories. Finders keepers, my friend.
Losers sweepers. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Losers.
Finishing the rhyme?
Yeah. According to CNN, the 5 gold, ingots from 18th century had been on a ship that sank off the coast of France after returning from a 2-year voyage to China.
Average gold bar weight, 28 pounds.
Wow. Divers discovered the wreck in the 1970s and ultimately looted the site despite applying for an excavation permit. He said the French government indicated several of the excavators had been chasing down these artifacts ever since.
I thought that was the whole point of being a treasure hunter.
Yeah.
No joke.
Huh.
Yeah, and there's all those shows where they search constantly and find nothing.
Right.
This guy does, and the government's like, that's ours.
Well, I think what happened, I've not read the story, but from what I see here, I think that somebody found the wreck and then applied for the excavation permit to go back down and bring it all up, and divers found out before.
Oh, so they took the loot?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so they looted.
That could get you spear gunned.
Yeah.
Who's asking back for it again? A country, a museum?
France.
France, got it. Isn't France full of museums with stolen artifacts from all over Africa, the South Pacific? Isn't that?
England really specialized in that.
They sure did for a while there.
Yeah,
and
they
then,
pretty much looted.
and then sold it to France.
Don't shortchange the French. They're thieves, too. So.
Okay. These guys that are risking their lives scuba diving down there.
Yeah.
Again, why don't they get to keep it? I don't understand how this works.
They should.
Okay. What else you got, Kristi?
New research suggests that Stonehenge was once a solar calendar.
Well, we've known
We
this
all
for
know that.
decades.
Stonehenge.
We watched
Ancient alien theorists have always believed this sort of
The
thing.
BBC reports the new analysis shows the stones were positioned at around 2500 BC and remained in the same formation. According to the study from Professor Timothy Darville at Bournemouth University.
Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
Oh,
Bournemouth. The layout of the stone circle in Wiltshire helped people keep track of a solar year of 365.25 days.
You know, Bournemouth was the original name for veal.
Well, they really hit a home run with that word veal, didn't they?
Yeah, because no one wants to eat baby cow.
No. Would you like some baby cow parmesan? I'm sorry, what was that first part?
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Again, I thought they already knew this.
We did. I mean, it's on Ancient Aliens all the time.
Yeah, this is...
Well, didn't they think the ancient aliens did it for like a landing
Not necessarily Stonehenge, but certainly some sort of marker. And they really do not know how they moved those rocks.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to find out. How did they show me the ancient forklift?
Yeah, right.
I've got a feeling it was some guys in chains.
Yes, with logs underneath. They have theories.
They slipped again. Looks like Dave's flat as
Have you ever seen the sound wave theory? Are you familiar with that?
No.
Where they had these things that created such amazing sound waves that the sound waves carried the stones through the air. Fascinating.
Impossible.
There's
No,
also
it's
like
not
if you
impossible.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Slavery is the
I'll
much
take
bigger
this,
option
Tom.
there.
Shut up.
Yeah, Willie and I are on the same bet. Yeah, slavery, I think, more than the sonic machine. I think it's cool that in this article it says that they knew that the calendar had to be 365.25 days.
Yeah.
So they had leap year built into built in.
Isn't it fascinating?
Wow, that's.
I mean, these ancient
Somebody's
aliens knew
really
what they were
smart.
doing. Yeah.
But I think saying it's a calendar is like the most boring option. Wouldn't you say? There's so many cool things that it could be.
Yeah. An intergalactic game of dominoes.
A lot of stuff from history turns out to be pretty lame. When I was in art history, a lot of the first works of art are just like receipts, things like that. It's nothing too complicated. It's stuff that we just need, very practical stuff.
Did you ever think about why all the naked women in those paintings are really big from a long time ago?
Yeah, it's because
I'm still working on
the
you,
little ones all died in childbirth.
I'm
No,
still
it's
working
because-
on you using the term naked.
Well, it's because glasses weren't invented yet, and those were the only ones I could see.
That is very silly, Reno.
I'm sorry. I
I get a bigger
apologize.
model,
I apologize for the. I apologize for the level of the stone cold silence.
You've never thought about that? Like they're all big because they didn't have glasses. and that's
No,
what
they're
they could
big
paint.
because the small ones all died in childbirth. Okay.
Well, all right.
Charming, really.
Very, very quaint.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Take notes, Reno.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
What did the elephant say to the naked man?
What did the elephant say to the naked
nice
man?
trunk.
Cute. Does it pick up peanuts?
Yeah.
Now,
Even we had a character work.
I believe
Attaboy, Ace.
he did a voice
We
there.
had a
there you go.
callback. It was great.
Yeah, that was one of the classic jokes from the famous comedian Dick Prehensile. He,
Underrated.
yeah. He's really kind of famous for that joke only. I got one. We're talking about our new feature, Have You Ever Seen? A lot of them involve bicycle accidents, power tools, swing set problems. But let me see if I can find this one. Here we go. This is from Peter. He writes, my dad decided he wanted to be a beekeeper.
Honorable. Yes.
He was brand new at it. Came in a 2-pound screened-in box. You shake the live bees to the bottom of the container, remove the plug, and put them into the hive.
Right.
He did not read the first step. You're supposed to mist them with water so they can't fly. I have never seen a fat man move so fast.
Wow.
I got one right here. It says, have you ever been riding in the backseat of Grandma's car when she decides to switch lanes even though there's a car in that right lane already? They hit the brakes and get behind us. They flash their high beams at your grandma, and she says, I wonder what they want. Not with Grandma, but definitely with you, Pop. You have absolutely right.
Josh in Cincinnati was reminded of this story because of Josh's funeral story earlier.
Oh.
My wife and I were at a Catholic wedding. We were sitting behind a family who had a 4 or 6-year-old son around that age group. During one of the quieter moments, I saw him get very puzzled. The little 4-year-old turned to his mom and yelled, "Hey, who's that guy hanging up there?"
A fair question when you're 4.
Yeah. Great abs.
Yikes.
We laughed the whole service and still whenever the story comes up. Thank you, Josh.
Watch the entire show
Yeah.
live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.